guys, Joe on it coming in. We're doing a continuation of the Rome 2 siege battle. Actually, we have the tiebreaker here between Team Ganggreen and the Windowlickers. Both of them are 1-1. So we have to do a field battle here to continue on to see who gets the right to attack and defend next. I believe those are the rules. So we will get into the army comps here real quick. We'll start off with the Windowlickers that are on this side here. Windowlickers are Axminister, Spitfire, and Ratsgibbo. Swaby here is being commanded by Axminister. He has brought with him 6 units of his Bloodsworn, 4 units of Club Levy up here on his front line. He also has brought with him 2 units of Berserkers, 1 unit of Hexbearers. His general here is a unit of Swordmasters. Getting further out onto his flank, he's got a couple more of his Bloodsworn here, and 2 units of his Longbow Hunters. Getting into his cavalry forces here, we have 3 units of Noble Riders, 1 unit of the Spearwomen with a unit of Berserkers backing them up. Next army we have here on the field is Egypt. Egypt is being commanded by Ratsgibbo. His front line is 4 units of the Thurio Spears. He's got right behind them 3 units of his Mercenary Cretan Archers. Behind them, 3 more units of his Nubian bowmen. Back here, he's got 4 units of his Galatian swords here, 2 units of the Royal Thorax Swordsmen, and a unit of the Levi Thurio spears there. His general is way over here on the flank behind Nabataea's cavalry. We'll get over Nabataea's cavalry in a second. And Egypt's general is a Ptolemaic cavalry unit. Final army on this side of the battlefield is Nabataea, being commanded by Spitfire. Spitfire has brought with him 3 units of his Axe Warriors, 2 units of the Armored Desert Hoplites on either flank of his front line. And he's got some of his Noble Swordsmen here, a unit of his Desert Pikemen. His rear line is 3 units of Slingers here. He's also got 3 units of his Nabataean Heavy Archers. On his flank, he's brought with him 2 units of Desert Heavy Lancers, 1 unit of the Noble Cavalry, a unit of Armored Camel Spearmen, and his general behind the Egyptian force is another unit of Noble Cavalry. Actually, he does have a unit of his Levy Spearmen way out here in front of his lines. Getting onto the opposite side of the field here, we have Team Ganggreen. Team Ganggreen is Billy Blazes 128, Dagger McStabby, and Golden Expeer. So we will get into Armenia here first. Armenia is being commanded by Golden Expeer. His front line is consisting of 5 units of Hillmen, 2 units of Axemen. Right behind them, he's got 3 units of elite Persian archers. On his flank, he's got all of his cavalry here, 3 units of the Horse Archers, 1 unit of the Noble Cavalry, I believe, 3 units of Eastern Cataphracts, a unit of Azat Knights, and his general is also a unit of the Azat Knights. Second army on the field for Team Ganggreen is Masacely. Masacely is being commanded by Billy Blazes 128. His front line is 5 units of the Desert Legionnaires. Right behind them, he's got 3 units of his Tribal Slingers, 1 unit of his Tribesmen, which I believe is a Javelin unit. Yeah, they have Javelins. Second line of infantry here is more of his Desert Legionnaires. Back here, he's got a couple units of his Vigiles, 1 on either side. Then he's got 2 units of Desert Cohort. His rear line is 2 units of the Armored Numidian Riders. And 2 units of Armored Numidian Riders. One of them is his general. His other unit here is an Armored Desert Cavalry. To finish off Team Ganggreen, we have over here Saba, who's being commanded by Dagger McStabby. Dagger has brought with him 4 units of his Sabaean Archers. His front infantry line here is 5 units of the Sabaean Swordsmen. He's got some Desert Levy in the back line, 2 other units of Sabaean Swordsmen, 2 other units of Desert Levy back here, and his cavalry force is 3 units of the Royal Marib Cavalry, 2 units of the Marib Camel Cataphracts, one of those being his general right over here. So without further ado, let's get this one going. It's about a 26-minute battle. We do see right off the bat here, Armenia is throwing up his 3 units of horse archers, probably coming up to scout out. I guess, yeah, he can see this unit of levy spearmen here. Maybe he's just going to come up and quickly get rid of that unit. Don't really see any motion on. Actually, we do start to see, we're seeing Saba start moving up his entire force. We do see the cavalry. Looks like they're going out onto the Sabaean flank over there. Levy spearmen seem to be making their way towards these 3 units of archers. Archers here at any time, these 3 units of horse archers at any time, probably start getting some fire off. There goes a couple of volleys into these spearmen. Spearmen are starting to lose some men here, down to 157 out of 160. Actually, this guy, I looked before, this guy had a bad day. Shot in the face, 2 shots in the stomach, and 1 a little bit further south. It's a bad day. Horse archers are now pulling back. We do see the rest of the Armenian forces now starting to make their way out, starting to make up their battle lines. Sicily is starting to move forward as well with all of his heavy infantry here. This is quite a force here from Sicily. A lot of heavy, very heavy melee troops. Desert Cohort are very, very tough units. Saba is moving up all of his frontline units. Do see a ton of cavalry here on the side for Saba. Swaby and Egypt have 5 of their units combined of cavalry on that flank. Out on the other flank here, we have the camels and the other 3 units here for Nabatea. This is quite a force as well here for Armenia. Armenia's cavalry is just insane. Very heavy melee, and 3 units of super heavy shot cavalry. That's going to spell a bad day for pretty much anybody. These spearmen are moving up a little bit further here, though. They're getting really close to the front line here for Armenia. I'm not sure. Maybe they're a distraction force. I mean, they're already down to 149. We do have a unit of hillmen starting to make their way over here, so I guess this is going to be our first bit of... Ooh, wow. That was a lot of guys that just died right there. Spearmen are now going to run away. So we do have the hillmen now starting to make their way back over to the front line. Do see a lot of cavalry moving around on this side. See some archer fire coming from the Sabaean archers in onto these 2 units of Egyptian cavalry. Does not look like any of them have taken losses yet, though. Sicily is starting to send over a unit of his armored desert cavalry onto Sabaean's rear line here. Still more units moving forward. I guess this is just a bunch of, troops moving forward and reforming of lines. Ooh. The cavalcade of tanks are on their way over here for Armenia. Let's see what they're going to try and do. We do have the Egyptian general here, Ptolemaic cavalry, making his way in behind the 4 units of Nabatean cavalry on this side. A couple units branching off from the main line of Nabatea, unit of the Levy Spearmen, and a unit of the Armored Desert Hoplites making their way out as well. Armenia is starting to bring his cavalry back. Do see Nabatea's cavalry starting to make his way forward. Let's get back over here. I do see some flag wavering here. Actually, tribal slingers getting absolutely ripped apart by the Egyptian archers here. More Egyptian archers here getting some more fire in onto these tribal slingers. Wow. Sicily's ranged units are not looking very good. This one already down to 30 and routing. Oh, we have some infantry clashes on this side. Wow, this is getting right into it. Okay. So we have Desert Levy taking on a unit of Kleb Levy. Another unit of Kleb Levy coming up, taking on some Sabaean swordsmen. Kleb Levy and Sabaean swordsmen, and the same here as well. Out on the flank here, cavalry has absolutely gotten engaged with each other. 2 units of noble riders taking on some of the super heavy shock cavalry on this side for Saba. We do have a unit of Desert Levy here breaking now for Saba. Looks like the spearwomen were victorious. Do have a unit of Bloodsworn charging straight through, actually reforming their lines. Probably going to come around and just flank into the backs of these. Noble riders here in combat with some of the Marib cavalry. 2 units of the longbow hunters here for Swaby are out in the mix here, and we do have 2 units of the armored Numidian riders for Sicily charging their way in. One unit is going to charge in to help out on the Noble Riders. The second unit is going to charge straight into the flank of this unit of Blood Swarm. Egyptian cavalry now making his way in as well. Let's swing out onto the other side, see what's going on. Not really much of anything, just a bunch of armies still moving around on this side. The horse archers are actually close up here, getting some shots onto some of the Nabatean noble cavalry. So currently it looks like, oh, sorry, Masacely is now charging in onto the Egyptian army as well. Five units of the Desert Legionnaires have now charged in, taking on 4 units of the Levi Thurio Spears. 50 Thurio Spear unit has now been charged in on by a unit of the Desert Legionnaires as well. Huge charge by a unit of Egyptian cavalry into a breaking unit of Sabaean swordsmen. Second unit of Sabaean swordsmen starting to not do very well. It says that they're attacked in the rear, but I'm not sure how that was. It looked like they were facing in this direction. We have another unit of the Desert Legionnaires now chasing down a broken unit of Club Levy. Looks like they're going to come in on a side charge into this unit of Levi Thurio Spears. Wow, a lot of action going on so far. A bunch of units starting to break on this side. We have some Sabaean archers starting to break. Royal Marib cavalry getting into both units of the longbow hunters here for Swaby. One of the units is already broken. Second unit has now been charged into, losing a lot of men. Unit is losing decisively. Makes perfect sense there. Camel Cataphracts here getting a charge in onto some of the Noble Riders. This Noble Rider unit is definitely not looking very good, down to 11 men left. Swing on back into the meat of the battle here. A lot of archer fire going back and forth. Unit of the Levi Thurio Spears here are now starting to break against some Desert Legionnaires. Galician swordsmen are going to charge out and catch this unit of Legionnaires before they're able to get around into these Nubian bowmen. These rest of these Thurio Spear units are losing men, but they are still holding up pretty good. They're in their square formation, so that kind of makes it a little bit better. I don't think they can fire their Pila volleys, though, while they're in the square formation, though, which is a little bit of a detriment for them. Yeah, still not really a lot of combat going on this side. We do have a infantry collision coming up here between Saba and Nabatea. Armored Desert Hoplites should be able to hold for a long time against these Hillman units. Hillman units are basically like a tier 1 unit. I think Axemen maybe tier 1, tier 2. Desert Pikemen up here now just ripping through this unit of Hillman. And now it seems that all of Armenia's archers are left out here in the open. Do have 2 units of cavalry making their way back over here. 2 units, 1 unit of blood cavalry, 1 unit of the Azat Knights for Armenia. Probably going to come over here and trying to cover his archers as they are trying to retreat from the infantry from Nabatea. I thought that was general combat there for a second. Actually, we have the Masacely general and the Sabaean general here next to each other, along with the Armenian general. So all 3 of the Ganggreen generals are now combined, running around, making a lot of headaches here for Egypt. Don't see a lot of the Swaby army left. Actually, we see what's back over here. Noble cavalry and a unit of berserkers over here taking on 1 unit of Desert Levies. Another unit here of Sabaean swordsmen making their way back towards the front line. But yeah, it does not look like Swaby has a lot of units left. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.5. This one's wavering, so I'll call that a half of a unit. Let's get back over here, see how Nabatea is doing against Armenia. We do have a unit of the Noble Blood Cavalry that got a rear charge in onto this unit of Axe Warriors. Cavalry forces starting to move here for Nabatea. 2 units of the Heavy Lancers, 1 unit of the Noble Blood Cavalry. Ooh. Oh, not really. Okay. Yeah, a little bit of a charge. Not the greatest of charges in onto this unit of armored camel spearmen here. But yeah, Armenia's cavalry is kind of just running all over the place, getting shots in. These are very heavy cavalry, so this is going to be a big problem for Nabatea and Egypt. Egypt is kind of starting to be a little bit surrounded by Masacely. A couple units of Saba have made their way over here as well. Saba still has some units left. Let's see. He's got his general, 1 unit of archers, some cataphracts over there. Cavalry here, cavalry there. Unit of archers, and 1 unit of the Sabaean swordsmen that are actually going to come out and just destroy this unit of Bloodsworn. Yeah, that unit's completely outnumbered. Do have some berserkers over here getting into some of the Royal Marib cavalry. It says the unit is winning currently, but with the berserkers going out of control. Actually, berserkers there are only 9 men left in that unit, but they're starting to cut down some of the cavalry, so not that bad over there. Nabatea does seem like he has defeated Armenia's front line, so he's going to continue reforming his lines, trying to probably come over here and give his ally Egypt here a hand. Oh no. We have some of the Royal Marib cavalry now getting in onto the archer dens. Egypt has sent his Ptolemaic cavalry general over here, so this one unit of Marib cavalry is going to break, which will be fantastic. One less unit. I'm sorry, this is Saba's cavalry. Sorry about that. But Saba still has his other unit of cavalry here with 28 men. The Egyptian general has now charged in onto the back of the armored Numidian rider general for Mesacely. A lot of combat still going out over here, actually. Let's get over here. We do have a lot of Nabatean infantry forces starting to make their way over here. We do have the Sabaean general here in combat against some of the armored camel spearmen. Unit of Nabatean axe warriors have charged in, as at knights are in combat with them as well. Oh, this isn't a good idea. Oh, they didn't have their speed. No, they didn't have their pikes down. Oh, that pike unit's going to get destroyed. Wow. Eastern Cataphracts came in for a charge on one side. Noble Blood Cavalry came in for a charge on the other. And there goes that unit of Desert Pikemen. 48 men left. They may recover, but that was a huge, huge blow to that unit. They are now gone. Armored Desert Hoplites making their way up. Cavalry wants nothing to do with this unit. Hopefully this Hoplite unit will be able to withstand a charge if the Eastern Cataphracts come back in again. Do have some good archer fire coming in onto this unit of Noble Blood Cavalry. They took a decent amount of losses actually there. Let's see how well Egypt is doing. Egypt has actually weathered the storm against the Mesacely army. Don't see a lot of Mesacely left now as well. Final unit here, Desert Cohort for Mesacely being charged in by the Ptolemaic Cavalry General and a unit of Royal Thorax Swordsmen. Only other unit here I see, Armored Numidian Riders here for Mesacely. It does look like Mesacely is going to be the second army that has been removed from the battlefield. Oh no, sorry, Mesacely does have a couple units here. Actually, into the Egyptian archers. Ooh. Wow, archers are just being kind of left out by some of the players here. Ooh, big charge there in the center. We have the Egyptian general getting a charge in onto the Numidian riders here for Mesacely. Mesacely with his last couple of units probably just trying to do as much damage as he can before he actually does get eliminated from the battlefield. Let's see what's going on way over here. Actually, the 3 units of the horse archers way out here doesn't seem like they're really being attended to. We have a unit of noble swordsmen here for Nabatea getting in onto these horse archers who are starting to lose some men. This unit is already down to 54. This other unit here is still 80 of 80, so that is good to see that the Armenian horse archers are still around. Hopefully they'll be able to get some kills. Again, more archers being here, getting charged into. Desert Cohort getting into some of the slingers here, but they are going to get hit really hard from behind here. Desert Cohort unit just got slammed into by the Nubian Noble Cavalry General there. And the pikes did come back. 48 men left in this pike unit. The Desert Cohorts are starting to waver. Once these pikes get in here, this cohort unit's probably going to be eliminated. Let's see what we still have. Let's check out generals actually real quick. We do have the Egyptian general and the Nabatean general still on the field. Do have the Armenian general still around. We did see the Swabian general die. Oh, another charge coming in. More archers getting charged into. This cavalry probably is going to have a ton of kills. I can't wait to see the end of this battle with how many kills all of these cavalry units are going to have. Eastern Cataphracts trying to, I guess, get away from these slingers. We do have the Nabatean Noble Cavalry General now coming over here, chasing away the Cataphracts. That's why the Cataphracts are running. More of the Eastern Cataphracts here now coming in for a charge onto the Ptolemaic Cavalry General for Egypt. Egypt's general down to 18 men here now, and they've just been attacked from the rear. These super heavy shot cavalry might be the end of the Ptolemaic Cavalry General for Egypt, which could be rather... Actually, no. Egypt really doesn't have a lot of units left as well. 1, 2, 3... 1 unit routing. So yeah, he's got his 3 units of archers here. 2 of them actually currently being killed by a unit of Desert Legionnaires. So it's looking like it's coming down to Nabatea and Armenia now. But Armenia does not really have any... I don't think they have any infantry left. No, they don't. They have just a whole bunch of cavalry. They have 1 unit of horse archers there. Another unit of horse archers that are trying to run away still from this unit of noble swordsmen. Noble swordsmen have caught the cavalry yet again. Probably going to get some more kills in here. Noble swordsmen are not a unit really to mess with. These horse archers, they're very light missile cavalry, so I don't really think they have a lot of armor on. No, they don't. No real armor to protect them, and this unit of horse archers now starting to waver. Probably going to be routed off of the battlefield. Do we have a unit? Oh, wow. What was that? Eastern Cataphracts over here that just got shot to hell by this unit of Nabatean archers. Archers still firing away, just finishing off these last couple of swordsmen there. So we will have some more of Nabatean's pikemen and armored desert hoplites over here. To have the Nabatean Noble Cavalry General over here. Desert hoplites trying to catch up to a unit of horse archers who are actually routing. They just started routing as the charge was coming in. So, oh, wait. Is this all they have left? Wow, Armenia is now down to his last 2 units as that unit of the horse archers have wavered and routed. Wow, that was a huge turnaround. How does this battle still have 9 minutes left in it? Another unit over here starting to waver. Actually, the general's starting to waver now as well. He has just hit... What ability is that? Battle rhythm. How does this battle still have that much time? Oh, actually, oh no, the horse archers did come back, but they're routing again. They started to waver. It looks like they're just going to go right across the line here. Yes, that unit is now gone. So Armenia has 2 units of cavalry left. Let's get over what Nabatea still has. He's got some cavalry there. He's still got these 2 units way over here. They're probably out of the fight. They're so far away. Desert hoplites, axe warriors, more hoplites, slingers, archers. I'm sorry, 3 units of archers, a unit of slingers. Still got some pikesmen here. And his general, and Egypt actually still has another unit here, a unit of Galician swordsmen. How does this battle still have 8 minutes left? We're going to fast forward here. See what happens. And Nabatea is just reforming all of his lines. I mean, these 2 units can still cause a lot of damage. But they're really depleted. 183 kills for that unit, 250 kills for the Azat Knight General for Armenia. I don't really know why... Actually, you know what, guys? I think I'm just going to cut here and see what ends up happening if we get any more, when the next collision takes place. So I'll just cut here and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, coming back in. Actually, this is the closest that the Armenian cavalry has come to the Nabatean forces. I actually fast-forwarded through about roughly 7.5 minutes of this battle. So, yeah, this is still what we had. We've had Armenia kind of just running all over the place. I don't really know why he's doing that, but now we have some of the Nabatean heavy archers getting some really good fire in onto this unit of cataphracts. This cataphract unit actually just lost a lot of men right there. About 10 horses just dropped right there. Eastern cataphract units still taking more losses, and now the Armenian general is starting to waver. We have a unit of the... I'm sorry, Armenian general starting to waver. A unit of the Nabatean noble cavalry has now charged in, as that knight general still taking fire. And here comes the Nabatean general. He's making his way over here as well. That other unit of Eastern cataphracts has routed completely. I don't think they come back. 10 seconds left, and there we go. General has now broken. Eastern cataphract unit was starting to come back, but they have broken again. So yeah, that last little bit there of the battle, not entirely sure what that was all about, other than just Armenia just kind of riding around. But yeah, again, with a lot of field battles that I've covered and a bunch of that I have seen over the time here, lot of death. Again, carrion birds will eat well this evening. Let's get into the army comps here. We'll start off here with Rats Gibbo here with Egypt. Egyptian General Ptolemaic Cavalry, 67 kills. Other two units of Egyptian Cavalry, one with 54, one with 13. Mercenary Cretan Archers, 181, 217, 168. Wow, really well done with those three units. These three units of Nubian Bowmen, 47, 94, and 103. I'm just going to say this now. I don't know what the rules are for the field battle, but I do see a whole lot of ranged. It does seem that aside of Swaby, Nabatea and Egypt both have 6 units of ranged. 4 for Massaili, 4 for Saba, and yeah, we did see the 6, technically 6, I guess, for Armenia. But getting back into Spitfire here, Nabatea, his general, 108 kills. Camel Spearmen, 45. Desert Heavy Lancers, 122, 176, and the Noble Cavalry with 116. Nabatean Heavy Archers, 67, 68, 139. Slingers, 75, 70, and 12. Armored Desert Hoplites here, 145 and 64. Pikemen with 158 kills. The Levy Spearmen with 117. 117. Axe Warriors, 211, 115, 204, and the Noble Swordsman with 96 and 23. Getting into Swaby here, Swordmaster General 296, his Noble Riders 8, 24, and 185, Longbow Hunters 3 and 37, Berserkers 376 and 271. Not very surprising there, Berserkers are nasty. Bloodsworn 296, 96, 117, 179, 13, and 121. Club Levy 20, 13, 10, and 104. Really, 104 with Club Levy. That's pretty good. Hex Bearers here with 66, and the Spearwomen with 72. Getting into Massaili here, his General 293, Armored Desert Cavalry 70, and Numidian Riders 119. His Tribal Slingers 27, 37, 90, and his Tribesmen with 56. Desert Cohort 315, 244, solid. Desert Legionnaires brings out the rest of his army, 123, 02, 402, wow. 92, 189, 172, 234, 102, and his Vigiles actually 10 and 6. Dagger McStabby here with Saba General 348. The Camel Cataphract 2nd Unit 116. Royal Marib Cavalry here 182, 140, and 324 kills. Lots of kills there for Saba's Cavalry. His Archers 41, 15, 47, 16. Desert Levy 59, 57, 4, and his Sabaean Swordsmen 13, 150, 138, 7, 175, 72, and 146. And finally here with Armenia and his cavalry, his general 266 kills. Actually, his cavalry, I thought he would have had a lot more cavalry kills here. As at Knights 110, Blood Cavalry 66. The 3 units of the Cataphracts here, 132, 183, and 101. 3 units of archers, horse archers, did not really do very much, 39, 58, and 26. Persian archers here, 79, 92, and 43. And his front line was really nothing. Yeah, they're kind of all throwaway units. He spent all of his money on his cavalry. 68, 57, 6, 11, 34, 37, and 44. So with that victory, it does seem that Windowlickers will have the choice, I guess, of either attacking or defending, or maybe they get to choose what settlement it is. But we will have to see what goes on with the next battle. But yeah, so Windowlickers has been victorious here on the tiebreaker. So I will get back to you guys when the next replay comes to me, and I hope you guys have a good day. I will talk to you soon.